Welcome back to Healthwise. With us is Dr. Craig Green. And before our break, we were talking about the ideal protein diet that he's offering at his practice. And one of the things we were talking about was exercise. And I was just explaining to Doc that we started Zumba, which is a kind of like a Latin, super Latin aerobics. Yeah, dance aerobics. And I really thought that, you know, burning up the calories, losing a lot of weight. But Doc was just explaining to me that that may not necessarily be the case.
You know, I was just telling Reggie that if it was possible, which it's not, if I would run a 7.5-minute mile, then I would only burn 100 calories. And I said, well, that doesn't sound right. It's a real fast pace for a lot of people, and it's a lot of exertion, and that's a good distance to run. I would think I would burn a lot more calories than that, but it just doesn't happen. Now you look at your calorie counter, and when you get your Big Mac or you get your Whopper and you look at how many calories are in a meal like that, you say, wow, how many miles at 7.5 minutes would I have to run to take care of this one meal?
One combo meal. I think I was looking in a book, you know, not necessarily a Big Mac, but any, you know, a hamburger with fries and shake or whatever, I think it's like 2,000 calories and stuff, you know what I mean? So, yeah, you know, so you got to run almost 20 miles to burn that up, you know, at that rate.
At that rate. And then another thing we find, like with the P90X, one of their buzzwords is muscle confusion. And we find if you use the same muscles day after day after day, you start breaking your muscles down. Well, darn, I thought I was doing good. You know, I'm running every day. But if I don't rest my muscles, then I don't build my muscles.
Right.
I tear them down. And the nice thing about this ideal protein diet is for the first 2 weeks, we recommend that you don't increase your activity at all. So say I'm a couch potato. Well, I stay being a couch potato for the first 2 weeks. And we've seen, first guy we started on the program lost 19.5 pounds the first week. Wow. Now that's not typical.
Right.
And it depends on how much you need to lose. Knew of another guy that lost almost 30 pounds in 1 week. It just melts off of you. And it's not just water weight.
Right.
You know, this is the real stuff. And the other thing that's interesting about how the ideal protein diet plan works is that it seems to work from top down. So you tend to lose from around your jowls, your cheeks, your neck, your head, and it just keeps on working its way down. Genetically, we have some areas that are the first to gain and the last to lose. And darn it, that's the one I wanted to lose the most, you know? And yeah, some people it's a beer belly, some people it's the midsection, some people it's the hips, some people wear it in their thighs, some people wear it in the upper body. It all varies just on the individual. But typically, that's the part that worries me the most, the one that I've always carried. And we have something called Metabolic Syndrome X, where people carry it around the midsection. And those people typically have problems with diabetes, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. That's what I was going to say. That's dangerous when you know they have that, and they have more heart problems. More health problems all around. One of the interesting things is insurance companies are just picking up on preventive health. And so some of them are actually coming around to say, you know, we'll help out if you want to, you know, get on something like ideal protein. If you want to get healthy again, it saves me money. Therefore, I'll help you get healthy. So that really helps out too. And but it's nice to have more energy and see the results quickly, because if we're just watching it like grass grow, oh gosh, I'll never get to my goal. Usually what happens is people get tired, I find, or they get bored with it, and they stop because they don't see the results real quick, you know. So that's something that I find that happens. And that's great that you've got this, and like you said, you don't have to be a super athlete to do it, because a lot of these, you know, what we say on TV, all these infomercials, they show you somebody that lost 80 pounds, you know, and then they, like you said, the first thing they say underneath it is, this is not typical. Yeah, so you want typical results. And so the typical results, women lose 3 to 5 pounds a week, men lose 4 to 7 pounds a week. And you're not hungry, and you have energy, energy, energy. you feel good about it. You want something that's a feel-good diet.
Sure.
And so this is good. This is healthy. This can be a lifesaver for people. You know, we have people, Reggie, that do things like surgery, you know, gastric bypass surgery or something like that, because they're at their wits' end. I've tried every diet under the sun, and I've failed on every one of them. Well, this one you won't fail on, because you'll see the results, and because you see the results, you'll stick with it. Other diets, you don't really see. Matter of fact, statistically, with regular diets, people usually keep their weight off for 1 year. And then it comes back. And then statistically, if you do the lap band or some other type of surgery other than the gastric bypass, then it usually stays off 2 years. And if you do the biggest surgery that we have for losing weight is the gastric bypass, and that's a life-changing surgery. Because you will never digest things the same. You'll not digest your vitamins and all.
Right.
And those results only last for 5 years.
Wow, and that's a big surgery for a 5-year, you know, only a 5-year.
5 years and back where I was. And so this diet, like I said, you just come back, you know, in the spring, and we'll do some spring cleaning, and you're back to where you were, and you just maintain forever. Now
tell me, this diet, you were saying that, you know, we take this protein supplement. I'm sure you give guidance as far as what types of foods to eat in addition to the supplement, you know. So you basically give us a chart or give us something to say this is what you should or shouldn't eat. But because of the supplement, I won't want to eat these big meals, these big huge meat and potatoes and all that stuff. I'm getting the protein, right? That's
correct. And it's interesting, just like you're talking about. In this diet program, for breakfast, I only do my ideal protein. And then for lunch, they want you to have a salad, lots and lots of lettuce, 2 cups of vegetables, and your ideal protein. And then for supper, you're going to do a salad, 2 cups of vegetables, and then a protein of your own choosing. And it's going to be a lean meat. It can be beef, pork, chicken, turkey, fish, crawfish, shrimp, squirrel, rabbit, deer, but it just needs to be lean. And you can have, and 8 ounces is about what they want you to have.
Oh, okay. And that's what they recommend anyway. We shouldn't be eating too much more than that. I mean, we've gotten to where, I know I go and I eat, sometimes this one place has a ribeye 24 ounce, which is huge. You know, I mean, that's 3 days. You know, that's 3 days worth of ribeye. You said the protein. Is it a pill? Is it a shake type thing? Is it a powder? What is it?
They have various forms because we don't always have the same taste. You might like sweet. I might like salty. You may like something that's more chewy. I may like something that's more tender. It varies. So there's over 50 different types of protein. Some of them are drinks. They have various flavors, various colors. Most of the drinks come in a packet, and it's a white powder. You mix it with water. It comes with a shaker, and you mix it with water. You shake it up, and that white powder changes color and changes texture. And it's amazing that a white powder now is no longer white. Just adding the water. It doesn't make sense to me, and I can't explain it. But it's really space age. It'd be something like the space shuttle people would do.
Okay. Well, let's take a break and. So we can pay our bills, and we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about it.
Great.